All right, folks, good morning. All right, let's get started here. So for today, March the 25th, we have the following information. At 8:40 a.m., we had FOMC member Kugler speak. That was not a major report. At 9 a.m., we'll have S&P CS Composite 20 HPI year over year, which is an important report, moderately important. Then we'll also have HPI month over month, which is not very important. At 9:05 a.m., we'll have FOMC member Williams speaking. We're not expecting significant impact from that. At 10 a.m., we'll have the CB Consumer Confidence, new home sales, and the Richmond Manufacturing Index. All three of those are expected to have a moderate impact on the market. All right, so we'll see how that all plays out. All right, so moving on, taking a look at the QQQ ETF. We are poised to open slightly higher than where we closed yesterday. Yesterday's action was bullish overall, so we're continuing to see a bit of a recovery bounce off of the lows that we've recently seen for the QQQ. Having said that, taking a look at the stocks that were moving yesterday, we were able to find Tesla, which was a very good opportunity yesterday. Tesla was able to move up over 10% yesterday, and it was able to get beyond our target number 2 to the upside, 273.67, and is poised to open slightly higher as well. As far as other stocks are concerned, we did look at CELH, which was not successful for us, and we also looked at Micron, which also was not successful for us. But we still had a positive day overall based on what we had for the three trades. Now, having said that, let's take a look at what's moving in the pre-market. Right here are the stocks that I see so far. ALMS is first. That is presently up about 58% on 6.5 million shares. It's at least $1 per share, so we'll go ahead and add that to the pre-market radar as well. Symbol is ALMS. Next up is FFAI, which is presently up 10 point, well, say 10%, 7.8 million shares roughly, and at least $1 per share. So we'll go ahead and add that FFAI to our list. Next up is HOLO, which is presently down 7.22% on about 3 million shares. It is still above $1 per share, but just barely. So we'll add that HOLO to our list. Next up is KBSX, which is presently up about 13% on 4.3 million shares. It's at least $1 per share as well. We'll add KBSX to our list. Next up is MicroAlgo, MLGO. That currently is down more than 15% on 3.3 million shares. It's at least $1 per share as well. So we'll add MLGO to our list. Next up is, we'll check NVIDIA. That's not it. Okay. Next up is PLTR. Okay, that's only at 0.64, it's not enough either. Next up is POAI, which is up about 91%, about 64 million shares, at least $1 per share. So we will add POAI to our list. Next up is PSTV, which is currently up about 9.7% on 1.4 million shares. It's at least $1 per share. So we'll go ahead and add PSTV to our list. Next up is STFS, which is currently up about 23, let's just say 22% on 11 million shares roughly. It's at least $1 per share as well, so we'll add STFS to the list. And finally, we have VVPR, which is currently down 12% on 3.8 million shares and at least $1 per share. So we'll add VVPR to our list. All right, folks, if you see any other stocks meeting all 4 of our criteria, let me know in the chat. We're looking for a NASDAQ listed stock trading at least $1 per share in the current pre-market session. Must have achieved at least 1 million shares of pre-market volume and must be currently at a 6% price change, which can be, or more, which can be positive or negative. All right, TNON. Okay, that's up about 370%, 120 million shares, at least $1 per share. That certainly qualifies, so we'll add TNON to our list. DATS. That currently is up about 19% on about 6 million shares, at least $1 per share as well. So we'll add DATS to our list. Next up is DJT, which is currently up about 8.5% on 1 million shares. It's at least $1 per share. All right, so we'll go ahead and add that DJT to our list. Next up is IMTE, which is presently down about 26% on 1.3 million shares, and it's at least $1 per share as well. So we'll add IMTE to our list. And HWH is mentioned. That's down over 9%, about 9 million shares. It's at least $1 per share, so we can go ahead and add that HWH to our list. All right. So if you see any other stocks, let me know. I'll just post the full list that we found so far in the chat. There it is. All right, so if we see any other stocks meeting all 4 criteria, NASDAQ listed stock that's at least $1 per share in the current pre-market, at least 1 million shares of pre-market volume, and at least a 6% price change, positive or negative at this point. All right, so we'll go ahead and wrap up for today's session. Please be sure to like this video. I see we have 6 likes, but more than 6 people watching, so please be sure to hit the like button. That greatly helps us with the YouTube algorithm. Also, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you get notifications. And if any of you are watching this video on a replay and you're not familiar with our company, check out fundertrading.com, which is our website. You will see a link in the description to this video. Other than that, for everyone as part of the coaching program, I will see you there in about 22 minutes. We'll pick up for today's session. All right, folks, have a great trading day. I'll see you for tomorrow's Premarket Pulse. Take care.